Hi guys and welcome back to the YouTube game. Right, let's look at the best 25 football boots released by Nike in 2019. If you could smash the like button and subscribe, that would make my day. Let's go. 25. Now we are kicking things off with the Dream Speed Superfly 7. Now this launched at the end of September and it kickstarted a brand new speed series. 001 plastered on the side, worn by Mbappe, CR7 and Sam Kerr. A navy base turquoise and white trim, circles to represent the lining inside the boot, which is a nice touch. 44.7 kilometers per hour, which is Mbappe's sprint speed, is slapped on the side of the boot. A little bit underwhelming, but still enough to make the list. On to the next one. 24. We are talking about the Level Up Superfly. Now this launched at the end of March. It pays homage to Ronaldo's previous 7 chapter boots. White base with a safari print on the bottom is a nice touch. Overall, that banded design, I'm actually not a big fan of that. That's why it's 24 in this list. A classic design, but again, I'm not a fan of the banded design. 23, the Speed Freak Mercurial Vapor for Neymar, another signature solo by Nike, dropped in August 2019. It's inspired by Neymar's affinity for speed on and off the pitch using racing graphics on both sides of the boot. It made more sense for Mbappe, I think, this one. This was for Neymar, it was called Speed Freak. I think this would have made more sense for Mbappe. Mbappe is lightning. I do like the little heel touches on the back of the boots, as well as the racing graphics. Overall, a solid colour scheme. And as well as that, Neymar was injured for the release, so it was postponed. So again, not the greatest timing with that release, and not the greatest colorway in my opinion. Still 23 on this list. 22, the Game Over Phantom Vision. Now this is crimson, this is black, this is silver, this is what you want in a playmaker type of boot. It was released in January 2019 at the very start of the year. Has a wicked heel design. That heel design looks very, very good. And coincided with the Phantom Venom release, which is a completely new silo which replaced the High Venom, and it easily makes the list. First red Phantom Vision released, this is a stunning colorway. In at 21, we have the New Lights Phantom Vision and Phantom Venom. Now the Phantom Venom debuts in this list at 21 with the New Lights colorway. This is Volt Yellow. Now Nike do Volt Yellow very, very well. Was released in the middle of the year in July 2019. Volt Yellow, a traditional Nike color as I said, and better graphics on the heel, which I really, really like. In that sort of white color. On the Phantom Venom, it looks very, very good with the black sole plate. And on the Phantom Vision, it looks very, very good with that white sole plate. Again, probably prefer the Phantom Venom in this list. But again, Volt Yellow by Nike is stunning. In at 20, we are talking about Megan Rapinoe and a brand new Vapor 13. Now, just recently released in December. This is all about Megan Rapinoe winning the Ballon d'Or in 2019, becoming a World Cup winner, winning the Golden Ball Award and the Golden Boot winner at the World Cup. This boot is stunning, but not for everyone. This has a pink base with gold touches. The gold touches are very, very nice, but pink and gold, probably not the best color scheme we've ever seen. Wasn't released to the public, so this is why it's quite high on the list. It draws inspiration from Rapinoe's hair color, again pink. Not my favorite color scheme, but unique enough to make this list. In at 19, this boot flies under the radar. We're talking about the under the radar Phantom Venom and Phantom Vision in this list, released in July 2019. Now this is one of the first black colorways we saw on the Phantom Venom. Looks very, very stunning with that trim of that Volt Yellow on that swoosh logo there. And on the Phantom Vision with that Volt Yellow sole plate, like it very, very well. And those sort of subtle print at the end of the heel design on that Phantom Vision. I think this is the perfect colorway. It's very, very good, and I definitely think these two should be on the list. 18, we are talking about the Launch Mercurial. Now this was released in July 2019 and replaced the Superfly 6 and the Vapor 12 for the Vapor 13 and Superfly 7. Now this boot featured a brand new Flynet upper. It had high tenacity yarn, which made it more responsive and flexible, and I guess more comfortable as well. A never seen before swoosh design. It's sort of a very sort of understated design. I like it a lot. Nike graphics on the heel look very, very good. One of the best launch colors we've ever seen in a long time. I think blue for Nike is a very, very different launch colorway they've used for the Mercurial. I think blue actually works well in this case. That brand new high tenacity yarn though, the Mercurial is stunning, and I think it's the boot of the year for Nike personally. 17, the Techcraft Phantom Venom. Now this was released in October 2019. It added K-leather on top of the Flynet of the Phantom Venom. Now classy blackout design. I think it would have been better if it was full leather, a bit like the Mercurial Vapor. But yes, as I said before, a leather Phantom Venom. It's all been about Phantom Venom this year for Nike. I think it definitely makes the list, but again, having that leather on top of the Flynet, not the best, so it sits at number 17. 16, I have to clap my hands at Nike. They have re-released the Lunar Gato 2 in 2019. Came out around August this year. Yes, one of the best indoor shoes ever made, I think, by Nike. They re-released in several colorways. Here's the white and orange one. It looks pretty nice. But this is all about being lightweight and comfortable at the same time. It has a Hyperfuse heel, a Lunarlon sole, and a soft goat leather upper. Maybe Messi should have worn this. Maybe Messi should switch to Nike, being a goat leather upper. But again, it's stunning, stunning design, and they re-released it. It's such a great idea by Nike. In at 15, I am talking about one sensational football boot, and it's really, really good value for money. This is the Gold Premier 2.0, released in March 2019. Again, not an exciting boot. It's more like the Copa Mundial or something like the Umbro Speciale Eternal. A very, very sort of classic leather boot, but this colorway is exciting. Look at it. It reminds me of Ronaldinho's Tiempo and Doy's boot springs to mind, and yeah, 50 to 75 pounds this boot comes on Pro Direct, for example. I think this is an absolute bargain, sitting in at number 15 on the list. 14, Dazzle Tiempo Legend 8. Now this is one exciting football boot. They were talking about the new generation of Tiempo Legend in form of the 8th generation. Now the colorway is not for everyone. We're talking about the unique design of this boot. This is exciting. It hides the 3D pressed upper of the brand new Tiempo Legend 8. It's all about hiding the features. I think Puma did this a lot on their generations. They used to release a camo edition before the full launch colorway came out, and again, it looks stunning. It just hides all those features about the boot, and only limited to 888 pairs worldwide. Again, I think this is a great idea for the Tiempo Legend. 13, we are loving this luxurious Phantom Venom, called the Black Lux. Again, very similar to the Under the Radar edition. Mostly black, but this has gold on the stud tips and on that swoosh logo. I think this is a stunning colorway. Again, one of the first black colorways we saw on the Phantom Venom, released in February 2019 after the launch edition. I think, yeah, everyone has to love this boot. It's black and gold. It's very, very nice. Again, I think the gold could have looked more with a glimmer effect on the gold swoosh, but again, I think this is a stunning colorway. It definitely makes the list. 12, we are seeing gold again on the Victory Pack Mercurial. Now this was released in November 2019. It's commemorative 4 stars on the boots for the USA women winning the World Cup this year. A gold modification on a grey based Victory Pack. I think this is a stunning boot. Potentially would have looked better if it had its own design. Pretty much taken from that really nice Victory Pack. But again, I think this would have been higher on the list if it had its own design. But again, you can't complain with white and gold. Number 11, we are seeing the Laser Orange Superfly 7. Now this was released when the Superfly 7 was released in July 2019. Yeah, an additional color from that blue edition and from that black edition as well. Laser Orange, I think this is probably one of the nicest Superfly 7 colors we've seen. White on that Mercurial branding with a black swoosh logo, laser orange upper and a black sole plate. I think it's a very, very nice design. Potentially would have looked really good if this was the launch colorway instead of the blue as well. It has to make this list. A very, very nice colorway. At number 10, we are hitting up the old generation of the Superfly 6, featuring one of the nicest designs I've ever seen on a Superfly. Again, released in January 19 at the start of the year, and has a wicked heel gradient design. I think that design is amazing. It sort of emphasizes the speed silo. Again, not a massive fan of that swoosh logo on the top of the boot on that forefoot, but overall a grey and sort of yellow design. And I think with that gradient line design, it looks really, really nice. I think it works with that template of that Superfly 6, hitting at number 10. In at number 9, we are talking about the Launch Phantom Venom. Now this is one of the greatest launch colorways I've ever seen. Well done, Nike. Now this has a new Flynet upper design. It's inspired by the Total 90 series, and it replaced the Hyperdome series, which I was a massive fan of as well. It has a strike zone, a lace cover, and a new sole plate. A brilliant launch colorway, crimson and black, worn by Lewandowski, Harry Kane, goal scorers. This is the perfect launch colorway for the perfect boot. 8. Nuovo White Tiempo. This is an absolutely classy colorway. Not often we see a white-out colorway by Nike. It was released in June 2019. A secondary colorway upon release of the launch design, which was black and blue. Clean and crisp. Again, I think this was an amazing one by Sergio Ramos of Real Madrid. A perfect boot and kit colorway combo. Yeah, you can't complain with the white-out colorway of a brand new Tiempo Legend stylo. In at number 7, the Total 90 Laser 1 remake. Now this is one of the greatest remakes I've ever seen by Nike, as well as in general. It's probably the best one-to-one remake we've ever seen. It's actually lighter in weight than the original boot, which came out in 2007, worn by Wayne Rooney. It's got asymmetrical lacing, that's shot shield technology for swerve, curve and power. 2,000 pairs worldwide, and one of the best remakes Nike has ever done. I think it's just a stunning, stunning boot, all about scoring goals, getting more power in your shot. Yeah, again, I think it's just a stunning boot by Nike. Now in at 6, some of you may be thinking, why the hell have I put this in? It's a blue Tiempo Legend 8, but I think blue suits the Tiempo Legend to the core. That saw blue colorway brings vibes of the Tiempo Legend 4 colorway when that came out with that blue and white. This is a stunning blue colorway. It's almost a royal blue with that sort of iridescent touch on that Nike swoosh logo, a white sole plate, a very nice design but strong classic vibes reminiscent of the Tiempo Legend 4 as I said. Very nice in at 6 in my opinion. In at number 5, we are talking about the Kylian Mbappe Bondi Superfly. This was released in December 2019, his first ever signature colorway, and I have to say it's probably arguably the best ever first debut signature colorway I've ever seen by Nike. White, gold and green, very nice colorway. It's quite unique, it's not like normal signature Superflies. Again, I think this is a stunning design, works great with that PSG away kit. And a nice golden 93 which relates to the suburb of Bondi on that forefoot there. Yeah, sensational debut colorway for Kylian Mbappe. Number 4, holy shit, this is the Euphoria Mode Phantom Vision. Blue and white with an absolutely stunning snowy gradient in the middle. This is what colorways are all about. Released in April 2019, a nod to the brilliant Euro 2012 Clash Pack. A white base spans to a blue upper with a snowy transition gradient. Mercurial worth a shot in this pack as well with that red and that white, but overall I'm talking about the Phantom Vision with that blue and that white. That is how you make colorways. I made a lot of concepts on my Instagram that look very similar to this. I love this by Nike. I think this has to be in the top 5 by Nike this year. Number 3, one word, crisp. We are talking about the Nuevo White Mercurial Vapor. Now this was worn by Luka Modric for Real Madrid, and that has to be arguably the best ever boot and kit colorway combo. Released in September 2019, released 3 months after the Nuevo White Tiempo was released. And not many times we have seen a white-out Nike Mercurial. Luka Modric, as I said, wore this. This is probably one of the nicest boots and very understated boots we've ever seen by Nike. In at number 2, of course it is a Mercurial. We are talking about the Techcraft Mercurial Vapor. Now this beats the Phantom Venom Techcraft because this is purely made out of K-leather, a super thin K-leather. Now the Phantom Venom had K-leather on top of that Flyknit, but this is straight K-leather, a super thin embossed form of that K-leather upper with a gold swoosh. This is very classic vibes. I remember when Nike first launched their Techcraft boots and that was stunning, and this reminds me of that one. This is a black and gold edition. Very nice. Again, this blackout design in at number 2. Which should beat this? Let's find out. In at number 1, now I think this is one of the greatest Nike colorways I've ever seen. The Euphoria Gold Mercurial and Phantom, worn by Leroy Sané and Raheem Sterling. It's taken the Euphoria mode templates and added gold and white gradients. Now this, come on, this is stunning. Gold sole plates with that wide gradient. I'm particularly fond of that Mercurial with that gold swoosh logo. Overall, this is a stunning boot and it caps off a spectacular 2019 from Nike. That is my top 25 boots of 2019. Hopefully I can drop more videos sometime soon. Please make sure you subscribe and smash that like button. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.